Hey party people, today I've got for you my new EDC loadout that I've been carrying in this sling bag. This is the Arterra FALCON 2L Hip Pack and it retails for $49.99 US. This is the Dune colorway, so it's kind of this sandy tan color, but it also comes in a black color that's called Obsidian. The exterior materials are 840D microballistic nylon. They have a PU film backing for water resistance. And then the interior liner is a 210D nylon with PU film backing for water resistance as well. They have some Zoom branded zippers and they have Hypalon zipper pulls that feel really nice. And then all of the buckles and hardware on here, the D-ring, the buckles, all of the adjustment points are actually made by Woojin, which is a really great brand. It's up there with Duraflex as far as its name recognition in the space. It measures in at 13 by 5.5 by 3.3 inches. It weighs 8 ounces empty, and it has a 2-liter capacity. It also has this cool little beaver tail at the front that detaches with these clips, and then you can store things externally on this bag. So you could put a water bottle, a hat, a pair of gloves, a knife, anything you want to carry on the outside of the bag, you'd be able to behind this little flap here. So like I said, I've been using this as my EDC sling as of late, and we can go over all the things that I've loaded this out with that I use in my everyday life. So first of all, we can start with the beaver tail. So you see these two little Woojin buckles here. If you unbuckle them, you can pull down the little beaver tail here. And what I've got there is just a handkerchief. I always like to have a handkerchief with me to wipe sweat, blow my nose, wrap around my head or neck for sun protection, wrap around my face as a mask, wipe something clean. It's just always useful to have a handkerchief with you, so highly suggest carrying one. I like to have it as a little bit of a quick access underneath this beaver tail here. Then opening this beaver tail gives you access to the front quick access pocket, so we can take a look at what's inside there. If you unzip it, you can see there's 3 little stretchy mesh pockets in here, which is really nice for organization, as well as some volume in the front here. If you had larger items, I could see myself putting a battery backup charger or something else flat, like a cell phone, right in front here, and then you could easily close it up. In this first pocket on the right, I just have a Zippo lighter for fire starting, or if someone needs their cigarette lit. It's always good to have a way to make fire in your EDC kit, and the Zippo is a really dependable, great lighter to use. Then in this middle mesh pocket, I just have the D2 Stub 2.0. This is a little knife from a company called CountyCom, and it has a topographical design on the scales here that looks really nice. It's made from titanium. It has a nice little frame lock here, and it has a really nice little stubby blade that's easy to pull out with this little cutout portion here. It retails for $29.95 if you want to pick one up. And I like that it has this nice little titanium pocket clip right here. Easy to carry in your pocket. It's very secure when it's open, easy to close. You do have to open it two-handed. It's not very easy to flick out, but I think that's fine. And this knife I carry just as like a utility blade, meaning I'll use it to open packages, maybe cut cordage, maybe cut cardboard, anything that you'd want to use like a regular utility knife for. The D2 Stub 2.0 would work well for that. So I just think it's a cool little knife to have, and it's very affordable. Then in the leftmost pocket, I just have my Sony noise canceling earbuds. These are the WF-1000 XM5 noise canceling earbuds. They're really great. I just took them on this trip to Los Angeles for 5 days. I always bring these with me because they have really nice noise cancellation for crying babies and plane noises and things like that. And then they also have really great audio quality. So highly suggest picking these up if you want a pair of nice noise canceling earbuds. Now, before we get into the main compartment, let's talk a little bit about the carry system here. As you can see, this is very well stitched. The back of the sling actually has a lot of padding. There's some air channels and mesh. It feels really comfortable against your body. It's soft and padded, but not too structured where it's like annoying and rigid. The way that it's sewn in here is very nice. You can see box stitching, some bar tack stitching. Right at the point on the sling at which it will be receiving the most stress, it has a ton of extra stitching. So I think the quality control and craftsmanship on this sling for being only $50 is remarkable. The carry strap itself is a durable nylon. It's not that seatbelt material. It's not super shiny. I kind of prefer this because it's a little bit softer. It kind of looks nice. It looks durable. They have nice strap keepers. They have the Woojin hardware here for adjustment points, as well as this nice little Woojin buckle here that functions very well to take the bag on and off. And then you have the Woojin D-ring at the end. So if you wanted to externally attach something like a carabiner or a flashlight or a water bottle, you could easily do that on this little D-ring on the outside of the sling. And overall, I really like the minimal branding here from Arterra. It's got a classy little logo there. I like the Hypalon zipper pulls. It has nice zippers, even though they're not PU coated completely. They seem like they would be water resistant enough for walking through a short downpour. The beaver tail is really nice to add things externally to your bag. The only negative I would say is that having this beaver tail is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because it's nice to have this cool way to add things externally to your bag, and it keeps it really sleek and minimal looking by covering up the front of the bag. So I think it looks and functions pretty nicely. But the only problem with it is that it does restrict your access to this quick access pocket. So you would always have to unbuckle one or both sides of this beaver tail in order to get access to this front quick access pocket. That's not a huge deal for me, so I would try to consider that with the way I've loaded out this EDC bag. So I know things that I don't need constant access to, I wouldn't put in here because it's a little bit harder to get to. I'd put them in the main compartment. So as long as you plan the way you pack your loadout, this could actually still function perfectly well for you. So then I'll show you that when the beaver tail is clipped up, you can still get access easily to the main compartment here. And also I like that the beaver tails are adjustable with these pull tabs on the side. So it gives you a cinching mechanism. So if you had a larger item, smaller item, you could cinch these down on the side and really keep that item tight on there. So as far as the interior compartment here, you have a little pen loop at the top. You've got a large interior compartment. You have a little carabiner to attach your keys. This is another piece of Woojin hardware. I like that it's bright orange for visibility. And then the only other organization you have in this pocket is a little hidden zipper pocket on the front side. So if you had small gear, dongles, things that you didn't want to lose, you could put them in this front pocket here. As far as what I've got this loaded out with, start with the pen here. This is just a stainless steel bolt action pen from Countycom. It's a really high quality pen. It's really fidgety. I like the way that it has the topographical map on the knurling here. It's really heavy duty because it's stainless steel. It feels like it could go through a war zone. Has the nice pocket clip, and all the little details here are super nice. I like to have a nice pen with me when I'm out and about for the day. So this would be a great choice if you're looking for one. Then I have my Touchland hand sanitizer. I've mentioned this in other videos. It's just a nice spray hand sanitizer that uses essential oils. They smell really good. I like the form factor. It's small, it fits in a lot of places, and I always like to keep my hands clean. Then my EDC pocket knife that I've decided to carry here is actually the Topo Ultim Talaris. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's actually a collaboration between Vosteed and Countycom, and it's a really nice knife. It comes in this nice little carrying case with the Vosteed logo on the front in leather. So if you open that up, it has Ultem scales on it, and they have a topographical map. You can move this pocket clip anywhere you want. You can change it to be tip up, tip down, what pocket, what side you want to carry on, depending on if you're left-handed, right-handed. It has this really nice disc at the top of the blade that allows you to open the blade super smoothly. So the placement of this allows you to open it really easily one-handed. The blade itself has kind of a drop point tanto, I don't know what you would call it. It has a really cool top to it. It's not entirely flat, but it gives you a nice little place to put your thumb here. So I really like the fact that this is very ergonomically designed. Ultem for the scales makes it super nice. I love Ultem. It's that super durability, industrial strength plastic that's like a recent invention. and I really love it for all types of materials like pens, containers, knives. I like that they're using it for that. And then as far as the way to close this, there's a little button lock here, and it allows you to press this, and then the blade just kind of falls closed. So I really, really like this knife, and it's kind of been my go-to EDC pocket knife since I've gotten it. So between this and the utility blade, I can use this for more precise tasks and use this as kind of my nice blade on the go if I need something a little bigger, self-defense. And then the other one is just useful as like a utility blade, opening packages, things like that. So having two blades on me, I think, is important. Then if we move on to the key leash here, I can unattach it. And my keys are attached to a Leatherman carabiner here. It has a bottle opener. It also has a little hex driver hole here where you could actually put bits and use this to tighten and loosen things. I don't typically use it for that. I really just use it as a carabiner and maybe a bottle opener. And then I just attach all my stuff at the bottom here with these micro lock carabiners from Night Eyes. So I have a Saffiano leather Orbit key organizer. It has all my keys in it. It also has the Orbit key multi-tool in here. That's another bottle opener. It's got a screwdriver, a ruler. It can open packages. Just a really nice little multi-tool to put in your key organizer. And then I just have my car keys on the other side. Then I just have my Alpaca X-Pack wallet. This is a really nice wallet. I've switched to this full time. It's got PU coating. It's got really nice YKK zippers. It has one large pocket, one smaller pocket, a little grab handle here, and then it also has these slide pockets on the outside if you want to carry EDC gear. So what I've got in here is just my titanium EDC pen. I like to have another spare pen on me in my wallet just in case the one they give you to sign the check doesn't work or at customs or something. And then I have my Rovivant Aurora AA flashlight. This is the best tiny flashlight I've ever had. I've had this for about 5 years now. It's magnetic. You can wear it on the brim of a hat and use it as a headlamp. It puts off a ton of lumens, but then it also has things like flashing lights and a UV light and ways to alert other people to your presence. So it's just got a lot of usefulness in a really small package, and it's USB-C rechargeable. So I highly suggest you pick up this flashlight if you're looking for a small one to keep with you at all times. Then we can go into this hidden zipper pocket here. And there, I've just got the TAU2. It's just a really small portable backup phone charger. If you pull off the top here, you have a combination lightning and mini USB charging cable, and then you have a USB-C charging cable. So it's only 5,000 milliamp hours, so it won't charge my phone entirely, but it's more of like an emergency backup to keep in a small form factor in case I need to call an Uber, my phone runs out of juice, and I just need enough to get home. This guy would help out big time. And then the last thing I have in here is just my Write in the Rain notebook. It's a waterproof notebook. I always keep these in all of my bags. It's always important to have a place to write things down. And this one's nice knowing that when you write stuff down, if it gets wet, it's not going to smudge, smear, and you won't ruin the pages inside. So all in all, I've really enjoyed using the Arterra FALCON 2-liter hip pack. For $50, I think the materials, the craftsmanship, and the usefulness of this hip pack make it an easy sell. So far, using this bag, my EDC setup has worked out well. All of these things have gotten use out of me. It fits everything I need in my everyday carry. I like the way it fits across my chest. The strap feels comfortable. I have easy access to everything in the bag. And other than the beaver tail getting in the way of the quick access pocket a little bit, I have had no issues with this sling. So I highly suggest if you're in the market for an affordable sling that you pick one of these up. If you have any other things that I should think about adding to my EDC kit or other slings you think would work well as an EDC bag, please leave a comment below. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like EDC loadout videos like this as well as sling reviews because it helps the channel out a lot. Thank you as always for watching, and with all that being said, I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.